So that same year that the Don Cartagena album came out, your second album, Soundtrack to the Streets, comes out, and it has the song Block Party with Nori and Big Pun. Can you talk about that studio session? What was that like?
Yeah. I remember the Lost Boys was in the booth. I was doing the record with the Lost Boys. We couldn't get the record right. And Pun had came to the studio with his whole family. And he was sitting there. So after a while, I told the Lost Boys come out and let Pun go in, do his thing, and then we'll get back to what we're doing with the Lost Boys. Pun grabbed a chair, put it in front of the mic, and had his family stand around him. He did one take, one ad-lib, and was out the booth.
Wow.
Came in there, did one take. He didn't mess up once. Did the whole verse, did the one ad-lib thing, while his family was around him in the booth while he was doing it, and left. And I know Pun before Pun was, before the world knew a Big Pun as well. You know what I'm saying? Always been a cool dude, man. It's sad how his life went, but it was good that he had a chance to make it before he left.
Right. How did you meet Big Pun?
He passed away. He passed away on my birthday.
Oh man, that's unfortunate.
February 7th. Yep.
How did you meet Big Pun before he became, what we knew him as?
When I was doing Pilot Pen, I was a spokesman for Pilot Pens. I was doing a bunch of different commercials, Burger King, McDonald's, Sprite, different commercials, and that was just one of the things I was doing. And I was doing this thing where I had artists come downtown to Manhattan to do these interviews, and I was interviewing them, and Fat Joe was one of the guys I was interviewing, and he brought Pun with him. And that's how I met him. I ain't never knew of him until that day. And when he brought Pun with him, we talked. I didn't even know Pun rhymed. He didn't say that he rapped. He just had him with him. So I thought he was just his man. And then later on, I heard him. And that's when I was like, wow, this kid is crazy.
What was your reaction when the first time you heard him rhyme?
He was different. First of all, Spanish people always had this kind of accent when they rhyme. Fat Joe and Pun was the first ones that I seen. Even Joe, he had a little accent. He had a little accent in his vocals when he rhymed. But he ended up getting, changing it and swerving it out and making it a little different. Pun came in like that. Pun, if you seen Pun, if you heard Pun, you would think he was black.
Right.
If you didn't see him. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, he had a certain diction that
his articulation of the words.
His articulation was just really over the top. So when you heard it, it was automatically infectious.
That day that you met him for the first time, was any of the other Terror Squad members there, like Cuban Link, Armageddon?
Nah, it was just Fat Joe and Pun.
Got you. Okay. Do you have any stories with Terror Squad that you can share, being from the Bronx?
Not really. Just know them, see them here and there, pound them up, play their music.
Dope.